Hi Flosstube, welcome back. It is Thursday, January 3rd. I'm Helen D. Thanks for tuning in today. This is my 26th video, which is a little unbelievable. It's been a while since I've been here because we had Christmas and school vacation back at school yesterday, which was Wednesdays around here are late start, so they go in an hour later. And then today it was snowing and there was a 2-hour delay, so they went in 2 hours later. So it doesn't really feel like we're back at school, but we're back at school. And it needed to be. We needed some routine back in the house. So back at school, this is kind of my quiet time. School starts and it's my son's birthday and Halloween, and fall is always really busy, and then Thanksgiving and right into Christmas. So I'm usually pretty busy. And then when January hits, it slows down for a little while. So January, February, March, those are my quiet months, and I'm excited to have them. I have a lot to show you today because it has been, I think it's been 3 weeks. I have a stack here, I have a stack here, stack down there on the chair. I had to bring it down in a bucket, and I'm desperate to get things put away. So I thought I want to definitely make a video. I don't think I'll be able to upload it until tomorrow on Friday, but I want to make it today so I could get some things put away. I hope everyone had a nice holiday, had a good break. The weather seemed to be pretty nice in the US. I don't think it caused a ton of travel problems, which is nice because I know a lot of people have places to go. We were right here. My parents go away for the winters now. My husband's family's from away, so it was just us, just 3 of us. I said next year we might need to come up with the plan. I told my sister we'll have to get together with them. We get together with them at Thanksgiving, but Christmas, you know, they have 4 kids, so Christmas Day is too hectic to travel and to drag the kids away from things they've just opened. So maybe in the lead up to Christmas. Emmy's across the table from me. We have a puzzle out and she's decided that she wants to sit in the puzzle box. We'll see how that goes. Her basket's over there. She could sit in that. Oh, she might sit in that. I can never actually shoot her getting in the basket for you because she's too fast. Like a little hairy contortionist. She shoves herself in there. She's in there. So, like I said, I have a lot. My husband's on the phone upstairs. He's working from home, so hopefully that won't be a problem. First, I want to say a big thank you. I got so many cards this year. I sent out a few cards to some addresses that I had, but I got a bunch of cards, and it was so fun. And, you know, we'd get the mail, and my son would be like, that's one of your stitchy friends. It is one of my stitchy friends. So a big thank you to everyone who sent cards. I'm not going to show them all because I know it's past Christmas, but there's a couple things. This one came from Jackie, Cross My Stitches. This is one of her homemade cards. Hold on. Sorry, I had to go up and shut the door. It's kind of like your kids always need you the minute you get in the shower. You hit record, the phone rings. So this is a card from Jackie, Cross My Stitches. Boop. It's like a homemade pop-up card. It was so awesome. I couldn't believe she made this because I don't have the patience. And she sent me some, I had sent her some 2018 charms. So she sent me some 2019 charms. So I'll be ready for ornaments. Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, sent me a tissue. So I'm ready in case I get a little sniffly. And then the other thing I wanted to show was from Linda Akers, who sent me this super cute ornament. I had sent her some charms too, and she sent one back right on this ornament. It's like a little wooden tag. We're having glitch issues already. I thought we had fixed that. But it's really cute. So Linda, thank you so much. And I got other little gifties and things. Thank you. Thank you all. They were all appreciated. And it was made a really fun season. Now I'll have to watch for the glitch because that throws my audio off. I had a very stitchy Christmas. I have lots of stitchy gifts to show from my family. So I'll show those in a bit, and they play into my 2019 plans, which I will go over a little today. So I had to write everything down. Let's start off. I had 1 FFO, 2 FOs since I've seen you. I showed you last time the Guardians of Notre Dame. I did take that up to get framed, so hopefully that will be back next week. So the other FFO, better late than never, the week of Christmas, I finally FFO'd 'Tis the Season, Blackbird Designs. I couldn't for the life of me decide what I wanted to do with it, so I hadn't done anything with it. And I ended up finding, the day I took 'Tis the Season up, Guardians up, I found this tobacco basket at AC Moore for $5, and it was whitewashed and in the right size, so I went this route. And this is how Lynette, homesteading on the home front, finished hers, was in a tobacco basket. So I finished it just on some red, and I put a little lace on the bottom, and it's in there with a magnet, so I can put something else in at some point. So it's just kind of slapped in there. So that is done. I have it set up right now in the craft room because I didn't feel like putting it away since I just finished it. So we'll see how long it stays out. I buried my 2 other FFOs. One of them I had pulled out right when I made my last video. I said before I really start things in the new year, I wanted to finish the second dragon for my son and Pretty Little DC. So I pulled out the dragon, and I thought I was farther along than I was, but I did get it finished. So this is Heliotrope. It's Firewing Designs. It's on her Etsy store. This is, and it's showing up really well, Sea Glass from Hand Dyed by Stephanie. And it's a Threadworks floss, and I don't remember the number, and they never put the names on the actual skeins. So I have a frame for that that will match the one he already has, so I can get that finished and on the wall, so the wall will be a little more symmetrical and stop driving me crazy every time I'm in there. So that got done, and then I was working away because we had time off during the day, and I actually finished Tis the Season, not Tis the Season, I finished Happy Christmas, Prairie Schooler, which I did not think I would finish this quickly. So this is on a black Aida. I swapped out the red for 816. Everything else is called for because I found some fabric that I want to use to finish it, and it was just a little bit brighter red. So that one's done. So this one I was doing with Misty, Frankie, Heather, Carla. There was a bunch of people, and a bunch of us are done. Misty is right on that bottom section, so she's almost finished. So that was really fun. We started November 1st, and I finished January 1st because it was my unexpected New Year's finish. So that took 2 months, and that will be ready for next year. So that's my FOs. I have some whips. Let me unbury them again since I moved stuff. December 25th, Christmas Day, we started Button Up, the Button Up Sal. So we knew, we'd been talking about this for a while, and I wanted to come up with a finishing piece first in case I needed to tweak it any. And I found this. It's like a little shelf at Michael's, and it's in their spring section, so it's something new. It was $18. I think it was half off, or I had a half off coupon. So if I finish Button Up 2 high by 4 wide on my 16 count fabric, it'll fit right in here. I have to figure out how to get it to not stick down in, but I'll MacGyver something. So that's gonna go in there. So my little start, I just have the one. This is some of Misty's fabric. It's faded denim. It's a pretty light blue. I've reworked where my squares will go because I wanted to keep, I still wanted to say button up, but I want this cardinal on the end. So I ended up, I don't even remember which one I'm not doing. I wrote them down. We'll see if I remember. So mine will, like I said, will be 4 by 2 and it will fit right in there. These little bad boys are full coverage, so they actually take a little more time than I thought they would, but they're coming right along. So this one hasn't gotten a lot of attention lately, but now that I'm done, happy Christmas, that should come back out. The other one, and I had told myself, oh, no new starts until you get those 2 done. Then everyone else was having New Year, new starts. So I pulled out Heart and Hand, ABCs of Winter. When I put my winter stuff up, I had that tall stand that I had like the watermelons and stuff on. This is what I want to put on that for winter, and I didn't have it done. So my tall stand had to go away, and that made me sad. So I pulled this out, and I found this blue fabric. I was doing it on a lighter fabric, and that white was not showing up, and I'm not going to stitch snowmen and snowflakes and have them not show up. So this, I kept the tag somewhere, not to be found right now. I think it's Stellar from Picture This Plus. So this will fit on there. I wanted to start this one too because we have a stitching meetup this weekend, and I thought this would be a good one because some of those letters and things will take a little less concentration and less likely to mess them up. So that one is underway. So then the other one that I wanted to get done before I got to start the new stuff was Pretty Little DC by Satsuma Street. This one I started last spring. It got put away, I think over the summer. I don't think I worked on it at all. So I had about that much done. And then I've pulled it out for a couple days. And I'm working down here on the bottom right. And it's a lot of color changes, but they're kind of nice straight lines and straight rows, so it goes pretty quick. So I pulled this across the bottom and kind of am building up. I had to fill in the White House. So hopefully, maybe by my next video, that would be a lot. So I'm not sure. And then that one will be done. And then I can put all of these that have been out forever back in my box. So when I'm looking for something, I can find it. So that's what I've been stitching on, is all of that. It was a lot of different things, which is unusual for me. So all of those things. So next pile I think is gifts, and those gifts will tie into 2019 plans, which I'll go over a little bit. First gift, I got a new mug. I got this from my sister. The woman who makes these mugs used to be the librarian at my sister's kids' school, so they're gorgeous. And I won't spill water on myself, but this pig on the bottom. So the on the bottom thing clearly is new, because I have chickens and bunnies that do not have anything on the bottom, and skunks and pigs that do. Like I said, I had a very stitchy Christmas. Most of my gifts, they might not have been straight out charts, but my husband got me a new tripod, so I'm using that. My mom got me a new ironing board cover, you know, not the vintage flat thing I had on there for the last 25 years. So that's been nice. And then this whole stack of goodies that I'll show. I noticed another glitch, so I just hit stop real quick. So first one is not stitchy, but they're so cool I wanted to show you. Donna found me these really cool, ooh, that's shiny, Harry Potter stamps. This way. So these are from England. They're really cool. So there's this big sheet, and then there was, and it's probably me shiny, there was a little sheet. So I'm thinking I have to do some math, which is not my strong suit, but I'm thinking they will fit in like a 12 by 18 frame this way if I get a mat cut. So they both kind of stick in there. So when I go up to pick up Guardians, the plan is to look for a frame and maybe have a mat cut, just a simple mat with the two holes in it, so that I can put that on the wall. So that was cool. She also spoiled me with a bunch of Victoria Motto floss that I'll baggy up. So those are gorgeous. And this really cool piece of fabric. I think this is Kitten Stitcher because it's called Soused, which just sounds like something Teresa would call her fabric. So it's this gorgeous, like, winey colored brown, purpley wine colored. It's really pretty. So I'll find something for that. And it's a nice big piece. And it has cat hair on it, which could be from my house or her house. Oh, one other thing that came in the mail that got put in this pile. All this year, Elizabeth from Vintage Stitches, I won a giveaway of hers earlier in the year. She has sent me the entire set of the Noah's Ark Christmas. So these are on my plan for next year, is to start chipping away at these. I love that little Santa. I know he's still in the bag and it's kind of shiny. So this is, I believe, the last one. I've kitted up a few. I think I'll start with the whales and the alligators. So Elizabeth, thank you so much. I'm excited to start working on those. So these are the charts that I got from my mom and my sister and my husband. So I didn't take any out of the plastic. Red, white, and blue. I've wanted this one forever. Glitched again. I think this will go in that enamel tray that I put evergreen in. I think it will be the right size. Donna got me Goat Load because these are the 3 that I ordered and then I never got, and I hadn't rebought them. So now I have Goat Load. Bent Creek Halloween arches, which I love. Winter arches. So now I have all of these. The 4 seasons and Halloween. Prairie Schooler January. I know Misty is hopefully starting that one soon. Hands-on Design Automakers. And then I actually bought the winter one, which came in. And I have most of the stuff ready for these. So that brings me into my plans and my last pile. I made a lot of plans in 2018 and I did not stick with them. So this year, right now, I'm not signed up for any sales. Frosted Pumpkins didn't really interest me this year. Ingleside Imaginarium hasn't announced theirs yet, so could happen. Brittany was just running a little behind in hers, so she needed some extra time. Great, that'll give me extra time to get other things done. So what I thought for this year is I had quite a few of the large sets that if I kind of made those my own kind of monthly stitch along, maybe they'd get done. So the 2 that I chose are Tingles, Lizzie Kate. So this one I will be stitching on a piece of doubloon, 16 count doubloon, the whole set. And then the other one, and I can start these once I finish Pretty Little DC, Country Cottage, Santa's Village. This one is a little different because there's 12 of them. I have 8. I had found this metal long rectangular frame. It's actually a mirror I found at Goodwill ages ago. It's been in the basement collecting more dust. The plan is to spray paint that white. Spray paint it white, had another glitch, and then I'll do 2 by 4, the long way, opposite of button up. And I'm planning on doing them on the polka dot fabric. This is a 20 count because in order for it to fit in that frame, there was lots of math involved. And I needed a 20 count. Like, here's my math. Lots of math. And I just dropped some more math on the floor, so I'll pick that up later. So that should fit. I'll have to tweak a couple things. There's a couple I'll have to one I have to flip in order to get the colors how I want. So that one will be a little bit of work, but I think it will be worth it. The other, so those, got my notes for this. I'd like to do this year, finally, the Bent Creek Rose. I've had the charts for a long time. I bought the fabric last year. So winter, spring, I have this spring. But then I found this one, which is Easter Bunny Row. And I think I like it better. So I think this will be my spring. And it calls for like a light purple. I might use Audrey's Witch's Brew for the words on that one. I've started, I kitted up some of the flosses. If they're not going to show, I'm not going to bother. I have fabric for them. A lot of these use the same colors, which is really nice. So I could get one skein of chestnut, you know, and it would work for everything. I have Spooky Row, which this was sent to me last year by Heather in Perfectly Perfect Stitcher. And Gail Wilson, you had asked about it and I put your name on it. So when I get it done, that one can come to you. And then I have Autumn and Summer. So hopefully these won't take too long because they're fairly letter heavy, which goes pretty quick. I'll find one way of finishing them and then just pop them on and off. So that's the plan for those. So then I have 3 chalkboard pieces I'd like to get done this year. The 2 farms I just got. I did spring. I have summer, but the spring one to me can stay up all summer if I don't get it done this year. So this would let it, I hated taking it down. I had it all up there on the nice stand, just like Priscilla's, and then I had to put it away and it made me sad. So these I have flosses. Fabric's easy enough, it's just the dark fabric, so those will get done. It's the end of that pile. The rest of this I must not have pulled. The third chalkboard piece is Stars and Stripes. It's one of the originals from the Just Cross Stitch magazine, 2016, with the big American flag, and I only have the chart printed out because it's from the magazine, so I couldn't bring it down. So I think the plan is to start with that one because I'll need it first, and then move on to autumn and then winter. Prairie Schooler, we're doing our very Prairie Year Sal, which I've seen a lot of people already using the hashtag, so that's been cool that people have been starting. Button Up doesn't count because I started it last year, so I need to decide what I'll be doing for that this month. That's with Misty and Barbie, Pedal Pusher, and like I said, a bunch of people are joining us, which is great. Mine, the first couple months will probably be ornaments because I have some bigger projects I'd like to get done. I think I'll do ornaments that go on a dark fabric first because I already have a lot of the colors pulled. It might be something from the Happy Christmas book, and I already have those colors out, so I'll probably start with that. Weather-wise, Prairie Schooler is on my plan, and then probably January or December. And I have to decide if I want to do the whole thing or just like the middle section. When I did July, I just did the middle section and I finished it for my bowl. I'm finishing it for my bowl. It's stitched, I have the fabric, I haven't got it done yet. And then I want to do the little, they're tiny, from Sunny Days. I think it's Sunny Days. I did one, it has a crab on it. There's a lot of backstitch in them. Those are all pulled in a bag that I've been working on. So those will get pulled out and finished so that they're filled up the bowl for summer. So I have those. I want to do some of the Plum Street ornaments. I'd like to get to this by summer. And I also figured I have a bunch of woodline needle charts. There was two, when I went through my stuff, I have a bunch of Plum Street charts and a bunch of woodline needle charts. And I haven't done any of them. Like, I've never done one from that designer. So I said I wanted to work on Plum Street and a woodline needle this year. So the Plum Street will be the Christmas ornaments, and then the woodline needle, I just need to decide which one. I'm also planning the hands-on design year-end celebration. That I should be getting this weekend. Check the back side of my notes. Oh, Donna also got me 2 of the Casey Buonagorio charts. I didn't print them out. She got me hot chocolate and witch's pie for Christmas. So those are fun. Just back on the table. We have a puzzle on the other side of the table, so we had to cover it with a tablecloth because cats. So now it's just tempting, right? It's like, what's under this blanket? Must be something good. Let's dig it up. So that's the 2019 wishful thinking plans. We'll see how far I get. I got a lot done this year. I didn't keep track. I didn't count. But I got a lot done. I was super thrilled with what I got done. And I have now some of those finishing pieces that I would like to reuse for different seasons. So that's kind of the plan. Stars and Stripes will go on the big archway that I put the ho 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 on chalkboard. I've got this great tobacco basket I can put things in. I have a couple of metal pieces I found that I think one of them will work for the rose. It might be too big, but I think it will work. She's digging at my puzzle. When we can't find pieces later, I'll just tell my son that it's because it came from Goodwill and that's why, not because the cat shoved them under the stove or something. But we all know that's what happened. They went under the stove with like 1,000 cat toys. We moved the couch to vacuum. We had company on New Year's and we moved the couch and there was like 20 cat toys under there. And we pulled them all out and threw them in a thing and they were like, wow, it's Christmas again. There's all these cat toys. Oh, the other thing I've been working on is making some bags. I didn't work on it over break. The Frugal Yankee Retreat, Lynette said, bring stuff if you sell stuff. So I'm trying to clear out some of the fabric in my fabric closet, and I'm making some bags to sell. So I think I have 7 or 8, and then I have tons more fabric to cut stuff out. So that will be back in the rotation of things to do too. So I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of what it is. Again, thank you for tuning in. I am inching close to 2,000 subscribers, which shocks me. So one of those bags will go to you guys. I just have to decide which one. And I might need like a special fabric that I only have enough for one of so that it's unique for you guys. Thank you again for all the Christmas well wishes and the cards and the gifts. And the cat's ripping up my puzzle. Now I will go spend the rest of the afternoon putting stuff away and then maybe get a little stitching done. So thank you guys so much. Have a great afternoon. Bye. What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Emmy Lou, are you making a mess? Well, now you're going to eat it. Flat out eat it. This is why cat people don't do puzzles.